All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm your host, Sean Ferguson. Welcome to Disability, Relationship, and Encouragement. And so, right now, I'm doing this live. Um, every now and then, I will do this live. Um, the, but I know for today, I definitely want to do live today because um, there's just important things that I just want to discuss about and things like that. So um yeah, just hopefully things are going pretty good. Um Hopefully this mics work pretty well. But anyways, um yeah, I would say if you can just click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification. It'd be really great. Um, I'll be, spreading words to other people and things like that. It's actually a pretty nice day outside. It's not too bad. It's fairly warm and decent for right now, but yeah. But anyways, um before I I was gonna say, for today's discussion, I'm going to be talking about don't love out of desperation. The reasons why is because um well, for one, um you can get yourself into like a lot of trouble, for one, and two, um because when you're loving out of desperation, your standards is not that high, or your standard is not high where it should be. So therefore, like, you're gonna have like a lot of people using you and taking advantage of you and things like that, and so on and so forth. So, you know, um just want to just give you guys like a heads up and everything. Um and so on and so forth. Um yeah, yes, the closet door is open, as you can see back there, so I apologize for that. Um just trying to build up my studios here and trying to get things organized. Um but sooner or later I might get a poster and put in the back wall that says disability disability relationship and encouragement on the wall. I might get that soon. Um but but yeah. Um but as I'm saying, you don't love out of desperation. And the reasons why I said don't love out of desperation is because yes, you can get yourself into trouble, but also it like it's going to like destroy you inside as well. I mean, I experienced this, and I'll tell you, things of what happened to me in my life, you know, and I'm pretty sure that people who has special needs, who is autistic, either high functioning or low functioning autism, or people in a wheelchair, or you know people is paralyzed from the neck down. Like I get it. I understand. Sometimes you do feel rejected, and that sometimes you feel like nobody, cares about you, and things like that. I've been there. And I'm just gonna tell you the story, what I've been through. So like, when I was in high school and things like that, it doesn't matter. High school, middle school, elementary, it really doesn't matter. I didn't hardly have any friends at all. I mean, I have acquaintance, I have some people who are like nice, but like they're never around. They never come around and like hang out with me, and things like that. I mean, sometimes I do hang out with like some people, but like it's like it's I would say it's like very rare, and it's like just a small portion of like moments and stuff. But yeah, I didn't have hardly any friends. Um, you know, I know from my childhood, like I have people around me and things like that, and it's because I was an athlete, and I play a lot of sports, but they don't like hang around with me when like things get difficult or I'm struggling with school, and things like that. I didn't have anybody like that. Even like at church, um, I would say I got rejected at church. I used to go to New Life. I did have one good friend um, that is around me, and he helped me out a lot and things like that. And his name is Daniel Early. He was like one good friend until like he had to move away and go to college. So, but other than that, I mean, I didn't have any friends at church at all. Um, people people at church used to look at me weird, like there's something wrong with me, or that because I have a disability that they don't know how to handle that. So the best way they can do is to um, move away and not be around me, and things like that. And it's like, I've been searching, looking for friends, you know, looking for love, and things like that. And it's like, you know, and so I just felt rejected at the church. And I get it. I understand how hard it is. I understand that. And then like, by the time I graduate college, and of course high school and college and things like that, I was out looking for, a relationship, you know, a relationship, companionship, someone that can love me and things like that. But here's the thing, you know, because I used to love out of desperation. Like I felt like nobody didn't care about me, and then I felt like I would do whatever it takes for someone to accept me. And like and I told myself I accept anyone and everyone as willing to, have that's willing to pick me and things like that. And as you notice, my decision making wasn't good. I picked all the ladies from what I usually call the shallow water, and I just keep picking them, and they, and most of them just abuse me. most of them um, uh, use me for whatever it is. They use me for money. Like they could use me for like you know physical something physical. They use me for a lot of things. Um, and it's just bad, and I'm just telling you guys that don't love out of desperation because it can get you in trouble. It can even get you killed, if you're not careful. So, I'm gonna take uh, analogy from Greg Ford's playbook. My pastor. I mean, I will tell you what, he's the greatest pastor I ever have. Uh, and he has two kids that has autism and things like that. So you know, I'm just grateful to have someone like that in my life. So, but anyways, as um, I was saying that um, just yeah, just don't love out of desperation. Instead, fill um, fill your cup up. You know, get yourself right. The first thing I would do is I will like love yourself. You know, love yourself. Find ways to love yourself. And actually, the best thing you can do is read God's word and you know and be thirsty for God. You know, don't be thirsty for men or don't be thirsty for women. You know, because I would say most of the time or some of the time they'll let you down. So don't go after them. Instead, chase after Jesus. If you chase after Jesus, trust me on this, everything else will fall in place. And like, you know, when you thought people would reject you and things like that, God will bring them to your life. Trust me. I've been through it. I got through all the difficulties. So, um, but anyways, back to my story and things like that. And hang on a second. Um, go ahead, open up the windows real quick because it's starting to get hot in here. It's pretty warm, so just hang on a second. Okay, well, that worked. But anyways, as I was saying, like, um, yeah, just I would say just um, yeah, just don't go through what I went through. I mean, for me, I was thirsty for all the girls just to have a relationship with and find someone that would love me for me. But instead, I got in trouble. And I will tell you this one story. This one story, I will say, dealing with my ex-wife. Actually, yes, I was married at one point, but um but now, I am divorced and things, and I'm actually glad that I was divorced. But anyways, you know, what my ex did was like not only she beat me and abused me and used me for money and things like that, but also she called the police on me. And like me being, half black and half Korean, you know, I have a good chance of being killed because we kind of know how the system is. You know, and for me, I'm for the black folks. I I I really am for the black American because they're the one who did build this country. So, anyways, back to my subject. Um, she called the police on me and like, it got to a point where like the cop, came by and like, they came close to even trying to, because they did draw a gun on me and try to shoot me. And I'm just glad that didn't happen or anything like that. But that, you know, he did do that. Um, and of course, I went to jail and things like that. Now, because I went, I was like desperate for love and things like that. My biggest mistake was I went back to her. That was my biggest mistake. And I know I have one guy within my group, and buddy, um, you know, I'm going to tell you far ahead, do not go back to your ex. Ex is there for a reason. Trust me on that. Especially when she's acting crazy. Leave that girl for once. I'm just telling you on that. Just leave her because what I don't want to happen to you is I don't want you to get in trouble and be locked up because of her. So, um, so that's my thing. And for all you guys, I know you deal with that. I know you deal with, women, either your significant others or your wives calling the police on you. I understand that. And, whenever that happens, cut her off. She's done because your life is not worth is your life is not worth it. All right. Ah, your life is not worth being killed over your wife or your spouse or your girlfriend. She's just not worth it. So, um, yeah, I'll just say just dump her, get rid of her, things like that. Because, you know, as soon as that person call the police on you, or let's say person call the police on me, she lost all respect for me. Like she's done. She's done. I won't have no part of it or anything because it's coming to a point where you're gonna have a cop come over and just, you're gonna get me killed over uh over this dumb stuff. And so, and believe me, you know, so that's why, just, don't love out of, desperation because it is gonna get you in a lot of trouble. Um, Also, um, you know, I would say pick the right friends because I know with me, I just pick any friends that accepts me. And what happened was, I try to be friends with like a lot of people, and most importantly, and thank goodness, I didn't get locked up over those things, but like, I was picking friends who was into drugs, and of course that was totally messed up. I shouldn't be around that, but I was looking for someone that can accept me for me. Thank goodness, I didn't get in trouble with the law or anything like that, and I got away from that, as soon as I saw all those things. So, um, another thing is, um, don't be around people who drains you, who, you know, ask you for money all the time, who, um, does things that drives you crazy. Um, yeah, just don't do that. Instead, I would say instead of loving someone out of desperation, first you always want to fill your cup up. Want to fill your cup up with Jesus. After you do that, after you fill your cup up with Jesus, find a community, any church community that will accept you and love you for you. Um, Trust me on that. And like, just keep, don't give up. Just keep searching and find the best community that will accept you and love you and also understand you. See, for me, I try to find a community, but the most community, even Bible studies and things like that, they I mean, they'll love me and accept me, but they don't understand me, so therefore, I don't feel loved in a way or accepted in a way because they don't understand me. Instead, I feel more, ignored. But but the group that I'm in, because I did call out for help, especially at one church, and the one that helped me out the most was the men's small group. And what the men's small group did was, they know I was hurting. They know I came off of a breakup. They also know, like, you know, came out of, trouble and things like that. I got out of trouble with the law. Um, they understand that, yes, I was abused and used and things like that. And and of course, the system wasn't fair to me because of how they are and things like that. You know, um, how how unfairly the system treated me and things like that. And and of course, they understood me. Not only they love me and accept me, but they understood me and understood the struggles that I was going through. Plus, they also understood that me having high functioning of autism and ADHD, you know, they don't care. They accept me for who I am, and of course, that's a real power of love right there. Is they don't care what you have or anything like that. They will accept you for you. So believe me on this. Don't love out of desperation, and yeah, don't love out of desperation. Instead, you know, have full cup of love with God, the Holy Spirit, and also with the community. I know one of the scripture, it was, stating that this one girl who was, I think she was at the well. No, she was not at the well. She came up to Jesus and she poured perfume on Jesus' feet and uh, wiped her feet with the uh, wipe her feet with the her hair, and um Jesus was saying, like, I understand what you're going through. You're actually, no, I take that back. That wasn't that girl. It was that actually the girl in the well. She was at the well, and then Jesus came up and started talking to her, and she understood, and like he understood what she was going through, and she was like, really, Jesus was just telling her, like, hey, I understand, you're pretty much thirsty for men. I actually kind of took this from um Greg Forrest's playbook. But anyways, she was saying that you're thirsty for men. I mean, he was saying that you're thirsty for men, and I get that. She said, "Come." Jesus said, "Come, follow me, and you will never be thirsty again." You know, right there is that's power. What Jesus had. I was thirsty for love, and then you know, um, and of course, I asked for help at one church because I felt rejected. Still, I felt like nobody didn't care. Things like that, and they accepted me in. They understood me, and God was there. God knows. Jesus knows my heart, and He accepted me for who I am, and so did the community, and I was never thirsty again. Instead, I'm my cup was so filled up, it caused the overflow, and because of the overflow, I was like, you know what? And Jesus put this in my heart. I'm going to show my love to the special needs community. That's what the God's um that's what God's plan was for me, is to show love to the special needs community, because they're the one who needs it, or I should say you're the one who needs it the most. Um because I care about you guys. I care about people in special needs. I care about, people who has autism, care about people who's on a wheelchair, or who's, paralyzed from the neck down. I even care about people who has Parkinson's disease and all different kinds of disease. And so, like, my heart is so full of love that I just want to share it with the people, in the special needs community, because they need it the most. They're the one that's out there searching for love. And of course, I understand you guys are desperate for love. And, you know, um, I would say, if you guys looking for someone to talk to, or someone to love you, and things like that, don't be afraid to give me an email. My email address is um disability 128 at gmail.com. That's my that's my work email. So if you guys can just, leave me a email, a message, I will look through them. I will, talk to you through the email. If you would like, you could send me like different types of video, especially the special needs video, and I'll figure out a way. And I could figure out a way to get it onto the YouTube studio that I have here. But I think TikTok is the only video that I know that I can download it to the YouTube, because I don't think I could take any other live video from any other social media. So if you guys would like, you can send me the video, or you can share me your story of what you guys been through, and things like that, and I would love to hear it. Also, you can leave a comment on my YouTube channel. I would love to hear the rest of your story, and that you and of course that you're looking for, different relationship, or someone that will love you or pay attention to you, or care about you. um yeah, so just leave me a comment. um and yeah, I would love to hear more about you. I think it'll be great. I would love to hear your story. I mean, if I would say this, um if you guys, been through some struggle, or you guys been rejected a lot, or you guys felt alone, leave a comment on my page. Tell me about it. I like to hear your story. Um, but in the meantime, you know, don't love out of desperation. Instead, set your standard high, and don't be disrespected by others. Set your standards high. Um, let them know what you want from other people, and set boundaries. If you set your boundaries, you'd be more respected. Trust me. Um, you'd be more respected, and you will also weave out um, the shallow people. So, anyways, thank you for watching this video, um, this live video, and I will go ahead and see you on the next one. All right, take care, guys. Bye.